According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there is a record number of 10.9 million job openings in the United States. You may have seen signs outside of businesses offering substantial sign-on bonuses, but many of those jobs are still left unfilled. So we decided to ask students what they thought about the employment situation.
So I was working at a UDF kind of with school, like at the same time as school. And then the summer rolled around where school ended and I was still working at that UDF. I worked throughout the summer and then stopped because doing online school and the job at the same time was tough. I tried to apply back to that same job, but they wouldn't take me back because they already had enough work and they weren't hiring.
I worked through the whole pandemic. I've worked 3 different jobs. It was definitely not the best because as an employee, another task that you've had as an entry level position was to essentially babysit your customers and make sure that they were wearing their masks, wearing them correctly, and not getting in people's faces, and it was not fun.
We also decided to ask why some college students may be choosing not to work.
Minimum wage is not livable at all. I make, on a bad day of serving, a little more than double of what minimum wage is. And even that is still oh, I have to watch how much I spend, and I can't live completely on my own. I have to have roommates. Also, I think part of it is that a lot of these minimum wage jobs attracted a lot of high schoolers who were just entering into the workforce. And because of the pandemic, I think maybe even a lot of parents are just uncomfortable with their kids being exposed to that many people.
There's fear that the coronavirus might come back, get worse, whatever. And I think that's probably the main reason is just young people especially are scared because they don't want to get it and then give it to parents, grandparents, friends, that type of thing.
We also decided to ask Amanda Meeker, Associate Director of Career Services at NKU, for her perspective.
I have read that employers have been hiring in unprecedented numbers, and we are certainly seeing a lot of demand from employers, but I've also been seeing that there's a real shortage of labor at the same time that unemployment is at one of the lowest rates it has ever been. I do think that COVID has changed the type of work that people want to do. I mean, servers have never even needed to be paid minimum wage. And I would feel uncomfortable being a server and being around people eating without masks on all day. On top of that, I keep reading stories of customers being extremely rude to servers who ask them to put their masks on. And so it's no surprise at all to me that people are choosing different kinds of work if they have that option. I think we're in a really unique environment here where students can be earning unprecedented wages for non-degree positions, which is really great and really helpful for paying your bills, which is important.